As Tanis Presley, would I have been the forgotten type in high school? Today is Thursday, 1 January 2026 AD, and here I, Tanis, she, her, hers of Seattle, ruminate about if my name had been Tanis Presley in high school, if I would have still been the forgotten type. Some recognized by individuals in different social, so this is someone who is recognized by individuals in different social groups without being included in the routines of the corresponding groups. Yeah, so I'd say there's kind of like two versions of what I was in high school. There's the floater, which kind of floats from social group to social group, and then there's the forgotten, who's like a member of a social group or something, but then they kind of get forgotten by members of the social group, and they might know people in other social groups. However, even if they go and like visit people in those social groups, they get forgotten. So I was the forgotten type. I'm still the forgotten type, you know. If I've named people on this channel who are my soulmates, and I'm like, I'm certainly a forgotten type by the press. Name me or it doesn't count. Name me publicly or it doesn't count. That's reality for this Euro Native American. So there's a racial component to that for me. So one of the biggest forms of racism against me and my people of Native American ancestral origins here in the United States of America, which we are the original peoples, not the invasives, is to forget about us, to not name us, and to deny our existence. So like if there was press coverage of my soulmate and their significant other, me and only me, it's only ever been me, then it should be me named and not somebody else. Otherwise it's just a form of hatred, spewing of hate and discrimination, harassment, and racism. And so in high school, it was more of like, well, at least I like to think, it was more of like I knew people from elementary school or middle school or high school or church group or swim team or water polo or whatever it was, or soccer or whatever. But that doesn't necessarily mean we talked or it clicked to the point of they would include me like in their social group routines. And even with swim team, I was an outsider. I wasn't one of those year-rounders who was really just like really into swimming, swam year-round. You went on to swim in college or in some, you know, big professional competition. No, even there, I was a misfit, right? I didn't swim year-round. That simple. So I didn't have, you know, that morning practice before school even started for the day where they all synchronized their routines. You know, just like the cheerleader type of swim team, you know. Or people would have their performance teams and they'd always kind of revert back to that. And so would I have still been the forgotten type, even if, let's say, I'd married my Elvis Presley, as I've mentioned before, like I wanted to marry him back when I was 16, you know. So it was, would I have stayed in high school? So then I'd really have been a forgotten type, right? I wasn't invited to my school's 10-year reunion or 15-year reunion or like anything like that. So I'm like a super forgotten type now. All right, so I because I am Euro Native American, I might have taken more of a Native American kind of precedent. Music wasn't necessarily the biggest thing at our school. Perhaps if I were my name were Tanis Brady, and I had married my Tom Brady when I was 16, then they would have been like, "Well, girl, hey, you go get her." Especially with him in his career where he is now. When you really want that football guy, they're like, "I'm a feisty little Duwamish lady. I got squirrels," you know. So I don't know. Like, does my future hold? We make sure Elvis and I do not get forgotten. So I move in, you know, I go and I get a reputation for my friends, you know, from my past physical in-person. I go and get my Gwen and I'm like, I'm taking you and you're living with my Elvis and I. And I go and get my friend Camille and I'm like, I'm taking you and you're living with my Elvis and I go and get my friend Sylvie and I'm like, all right, I'm taking you and you're coming living with my Elvis and I. And like, we have our nightly rendition where us four ladies, each equipped with a squirrel, sing Hound Dog to Mr. Elvis Presley, who's sitting on the couch with his arms out like, I'm Elvis Presley. You know, so there's gotta in the future, I do hope the future is better than the past and the present, in the sense of like invasive Americans taking into account the existence of us Native Americans. However, you know, some people are not capable of love. So I don't know. I don't actually know if that would have changed things if I had been Tanis Presley back then. So that's on As Tanis Presley Would I Have Been a Forgotten Type in High School.